This is section 3 of the Crash WebTech course, and we're currently learning HTML in our way to learning CSS, PHP, and also building a basic WordPress website. So, in the last section, we created this simple HTML document. This is the code base here, and we're going to cover some other tags as well. So, when it comes to the styling, we have other ways to style our content. For example, we can strengthen a word, we can bolden it, so we can just surround a word with the strong tags, which is the semantic way to actually add more strength to a given word, which is going, as you can see, to increase the font weight of a given word. We can also surround a word with M to add some to emphasize on a given word, and it's going to also affect the styling of a given word. So when we use all of these, we are working on two general concepts. The first one is the styling part and the general overview look and feel of a given document, and the second one is actually working on the semantics of a document, because at the moment when HTML was created, it's been used to build a systematic data and contextual content, so it had to be semantic as well. Anyway, when we are looking at the web page in a given paragraph, we might want to say, hey, and my site is some website.com. But if we review this, we'll see that this is just a regular text, and it's not going to be resolved as a regular link as we might actually expect it to be. So, for instance, if my website here is devrigs.com and we're going to refresh, it's not going to be loaded. So we need to add a link. A link is recognized by the anchor tag, which is the A tag, and surrounded by the anchor tag too. But if we hit refresh here, we'll see that there's no actual link being resolved here. Why is that? Because the link has also other sort of data that might be entered, and this is the attributes. Some tags support attributes, and the anchor is one of these tags. We can set the we can set the href, which is the hyperlink reference, and actually add this link here. I'm going to prefix it with http://. So whenever we save this and refresh, it's going to actually create a real link of our document, and whenever we hit our document, it's going to actually load my website. So if we get back to our document, now we have a hyperlink. The href thing here is called an attribute, and like you said, most tags support attributes. Another thing that we might do is that if you notice, whenever I single click here, it's directly redirecting me to the page. But if I want the page to be opened in a different tag, I might actually add these two: target equals underscore blank. Whenever I save and refresh and click to the link, it's loaded in another tab. So we have various attributes for the different tabs, and we're not going to get into any details here, but this is just a very basic reference to what we can do with HTML. Also keep in mind that the href needs to get the full path to our resource, as occasionally if we're building larger websites, as it normally happens for bigger structures, we might have a larger structure, not only single document as we have it now, but actually several documents, and then the linking is going to be relative, which means that if we skip the HTTP reference, it's going to look for devrigs.com, which is in our current document root. Therefore, we need to set the HTTP, which is going to look for a web resource, and that's actually what we got as a result. It's a web resource, which is devrigs.com on the internet. This is all for section 3. In the next section, we are going to review the work with images and tables, and in the very next one, we are going to cover the list structure before proceeding to the CSS part.